Have you ever been out somewhere, like a park or a mall, and seen someone just being unapologetically themselves? Maybe they're wearing something loud and expressive, dancing like nobody's watching, or just embracing their quirks without a care in the world. And then right on cue, someone in the background snickers, nudges their friend, or makes a sarcastic comment under their breath. But here's my question. Why do some people feel the need to tear others down just for being themselves? And more importantly, what does that say about us as a society when judgment becomes the default response to authenticity? All right, let me explain. Imagine this. You're scrolling through Instagram or TikTok and you come across a video of someone just passionately sharing a hobby they love. Maybe it's knitting, anime, or even something totally niche, like competitive marble racing. They're glowing with excitement, talking about this thing that brings them joy, and you can tell that it's 100% genuine. But then you click on the comments, and it's a war zone. You start seeing stuff like cringe. You start seeing people say, who even cares? You start seeing some people say, this is lame, this is corny. And you just can't help but wonder, why is that? Why is enthusiasm such an easy target to ridicule? Since when did loving something wholeheartedly become a reason for people to attack you? Let me drop a truth bomb right here. The people mocking others for their joy are often the ones too afraid to show their own. It's easier to laugh at someone else's passion than to admit you've buried yours under layers of insecurity and fear of judgment. I mean, think about that for a second. This whole let's laugh at people for being themselves thing isn't just an online problem. It's everywhere. Schools, workplaces, friend groups, even families. And yeah, some people will say, oh, we're just joking around. They know it's all in good fun. But do they? Reflect on this story for a second. There was this guy in high school. Let's say we'll call him Alex. Alex was different. He loved comic books. He wore graphic tees every day. He talked about his favorite superhero movies nonstop. He wasn't hurting anyone. He was just being himself. But of course, some of the cool kids thought it was hilarious to imitate him, mimic his voice, or make side comments behind his back. The thing is, Alex pretended to laugh along, but years later he admitted that every joke chipped away at his confidence. He stopped talking about the things he loved, started dressing to fit in, and essentially what happened was he muted the parts of himself that made him unique, all because people couldn't handle someone being authentically different. And here's the important part. Those same people who made fun of him, they're now posting about Marvel movies and Comic-Con on social media, acting like they've been fans all along. Isn't it crazy how that works? Like, let's break that down. Why do people mock others? Number one, insecurity. When someone is confident enough to stand out, it can make others feel uncomfortable about blending in. It's like a mirror reflecting their own fears of self-expression. Another reason people mock others is groupthink. People love to feel included, even if it means joining in on the wrong thing. Laughing along with the crowd can feel easier than standing up and saying, hey, maybe this isn't cool. Number three, a lot of times people mock others because of misunderstanding. Sometimes people mock what they don't understand. If someone's lifestyle, interests, or appearance or their appearance is unfamiliar, it's easier to label it as weird than to take the time to appreciate it. Now let's talk about why this matters. You might think it's just a joke. We're blowing this out of proportion. Why is it such a big deal? But here's the thing. Words have power. Even harmless jokes can plant seeds of doubt in someone's mind. Think about how many people suppress parts of themselves because they're afraid of being judged. Maybe they want to take up painting, but decided not to because someone said, "Oh man, that's for kids." Or maybe they dreamed of auditioning for a play, but skipped it because someone made a snarky comment about theater nerds. Every time we mock someone for being themselves, we're reinforcing this idea that conformity is the safest route. And you know what? That's boring. The world would be so dull if everyone was the same. Let's shift gears for a second. How do we stop this? How do we create a culture where people feel safe to be themselves without fear of judgment? Number one, it starts with self-awareness. Next time you catch yourself about to make a sarcastic joke or laugh at someone's weird side or quirks, pause and ask yourself, is this person actually doing anything wrong? Or am I just projecting my own discomfort? Number two, be the person that speaks up. If you see someone being mocked, don't stay silent. You don't have to be confrontational. Sometimes a simple, "Hey, let them do their thing," can really make all the difference. Number three, celebrate differences. When you see someone being bold or unique, compliment them. Imagine how empowering it could be to hear, "I love your confidence," instead of a sarcastic remark. Number four, be unapologetically yourself. When you embrace your own quirks, you give others permission to do the same. And what happens is it creates a ripple effect, showing people that it's okay to stand out. Let me share one more story. A girl I used to know named Sarah loved to sing. She used to sing while walking to work, while grocery shopping, anywhere really. And it wasn't just about showing off. She loved music. But one day someone laughed at her and said, "Do you think you're auditioning for The Voice or something?" Mocked her, "Yo, you're about to go on America's Got Talent." So for a while, Sarah stopped singing in public. But eventually she realized something important. Her happiness didn't depend on what others thought. So she started singing again, louder than ever. And you know what? Some people still laughed, but others started singing along. And that's the power of authenticity. It's contagious. To this day, the girl that I once knew is now making it big time on stage, singing on Broadway and so on and so forth. She's making it big because she overcame the mocking and she stayed true to herself. So please, let me leave you with this. The next time you see someone being unapologetically themselves, resist the urge to judge. Instead, take a moment to appreciate their courage, because that's what it takes to be authentic in a world that constantly pressures us to fit in. Courage. And if you've ever been mocked for being yourself, remember this. The people who matter will love you for who you are, not who they think you should be. So keep wearing that bold outfit, keep sharing your passions, and keep living your truth. You're not here to blend in, you're here to shine. And the best way to shine is by being who you are, staying unique. That's how you thrive, and that's how you reach your full potential. All right. If this message hit home for you, show love, comment, hit the like button, subscribe, or share this video with someone who needs a reminder that it's okay to just be themselves. And in the comments, if you can share a time when you had to be authentic and it wasn't easy, or you witnessed any of the things I was describing, share, have a dialogue, spread the good energy. And like I said, please remember this. If you ever catch yourself about to judge someone, stop and think, what if we all just let each other be? Imagine how much better the world would be. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.